Okay, we're supposed to be doing. Okay, good. Okay, I'm back and learned something new. So my image title I had before, um, needed the audio attached to it, which I think it does now. Like I'm live. I should have heard my audio. I turn off my microphone. Yeah, I know there's a delay. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think we're all good. You're all good. Turn my microphone back on. Doing. Can't see. There's one in the corner. Okay, this is it. Okay, so I labeled today's stream a mental health check-in. Go back. Did I label? Yeah, mental health check-in. And I haven't done these in a while. I screen. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I don't know why. I thought I would, oh my eye. I thought I would do them every month with every budget check-in, financial journey check-in, but I dropped off. Like for me, the most important part was doing my budgets on my channel to stay accountable to being a person with a disability on social assistance on a journey to financial independence. And I've been doing that. And there's a lot of progress and there's a lot of challenges and stresses. And I'm learning now based on the things that happened today, actually the whole week, actually the whole month, which is why the check-in, that I'm very alone in this particular financial independence journey. And it's from the whole I'm on Ontario Disability Support Program. It's a social assistance program in the province of Ontario, Canada, for persons with a disability who meet the financial means criteria and the medical definition of Ontario's person with a disability. Then the federal government, they have their own um, federal government disability tax credit that leads to opening the registered disability savings plan. And even in that one, I need to fit the criteria of a person with a disability to have access to the disability tax credit and then open the registered disability savings plan. Now, not everybody gets access to the disability tax credit because when you submit your app, hey 90s baby, when you submit your application to the government for the disability tax credit in Canada, um, they look at your disability situation evaluation differently than social assistance. Way that my health is going, based on my follow-up appointment with my doctor, it's a possibility that my medications that treat my bipolar disorder are the reason why I went to the cardiologist. Because we did the follow-up appointment, and based on the follow-up, I now have to add into my medical schedule echocardiograms to monitor my heart because they still believe the dilated artery, which means one of the valves in my heart is There's more pressure in the way it pumps blood around my body. They're worried about it even though everything around it is normal. Um, I didn't hear that in my follow-up with a cardiologist because I remember them telling me that I'm normal and I don't have anything to worry about. But I guess because they're doctors and my doctor is really good at reading my notes when I ask her to read me back the notes, I just have another thing on my list of I have to do follow my eyes twitching. I have to do follow-up for the overall care of my health when originally we just thought I had bipolar disorder and now I have other conditions or other conditions that they're concerned about because of the medications that I'm taking. And then also the multiple sclerosis medication. So I've been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2010. Not, no, 2010 I got on disability because of bipolar in 2004. 2013 I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And then 2020 I started taking disease modifying drug treatment for multiple sclerosis. We don't know yet the long-term side effects or the long-term effects on my body for treating my multiple sclerosis with their prescribed treatment plan. And with the way that the symptoms are showing with my bipolar medication, I suspect I'm gonna have a similar problem. Just and I'm not happy about it, but every step of treating your mental health, treating your illnesses, getting recovery, getting support, and it's going to cost money that the social assistance government, the province government, the state government doesn't really want to cover that I'm responsible for, which I think why my heartburn is coming back. So how am I doing on a scale of 1 to 10 based on my overall health? Um, it's like a 4. But it's okay. Like I started therapy. So I started therapy with a new therapist, actually a registered social worker, but she specializes in mental health, addiction, trauma, which is what the category I fit in for somebody that needs counseling. Because it was a referral from a different counselor to this counselor. That is for 1 year, which is amazing. Because even though Canada is such a wonderful, rich country, our healthcare system has you on waiting lists for a year or two, but they really want you to wait for the year or two to get the help you need while you're waiting for a year or two. Yeah, yeah. So typical waiting of me. Where did the thing go? Is my audio fine? I'm looking at the dashboard for the YouTube stream, and sometimes it'll say my audio is doing something. Because let me make it like I set the settings. Like I made a specific profile in OBS called YouTube live stream that has settings, audio, not desktop audio. It's supposed to be output audio 1.28 that you recommend. I don't know. If you cannot hear me, just let me know. I was, like, I just want to make the live. Let me make the live. That'd be great. Um, yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like I know a lot of you follow my channel because I'm a cam model and you want to hear stuff about a cam model. But for me, as a cam model, the reason I'm a cam model is to manage my chronic health condition, my um, mental illness. When I remember being on a podcast, I talked about mental health and mental illness, how they're different. So I'm diagnosed with mental illnesses, bipolar disorder, PTSD, complex PTSD, and multiple sclerosis. And then out of multiple sclerosis, there is depression that comes with multiple sclerosis. And then out of treating the bipolar disorder and the multiple sclerosis, the pharmaceutical treatments could cause long-term side effects that sometimes doctors will dismiss as they don't believe it's a side effect because they only focus on the study of the drug in the first 6 weeks, 3 months of side effects that could happen while on the treatment. But here's the thing, as long as you are following the directions of your doctor, taking the prescribed medications, that pharmaceutical treatment is always in your body, and your body is always processing it through your kidneys and liver, and then kidney and liver through your heart all the time. And luckily, really luckily, my doctor acknowledges that the reason there's notes from a cardiologist based on my feet were swollen, um, there's sometimes shortness of breath, and they ordered an echocardiogram, they ordered um ultrasound, ultrasound with a Doppler thing. So like the test that I did, so like I went to a vascular surgeon. The vascular surgeon, they put gel all over my legs, the ultrasound gel that they usually use when expecting moms are pregnant, like you see on Grey's Anatomy all the time. They did that, and then there's another thing that they can listen to the blood flow through my legs, and they determine there's poor circulation in one of my legs. But then they can't just look at my legs and determine, oh, I have poor circulation. They also have to look at your heart, because feet swelling, your heart, circulation. If you suffer from feet swelling all the time, it's a good idea to get them checked out. And that's what my doctor did. She wanted to check all of the factors. So we checked my legs because of the swelling, and then we checked my heart because they wanted to know if it's coming from my heart, why my feet were swelling. And now my doctor, she agrees with me because I always thought it was true that it's possible that all these symptoms that are coming up right now are because I've been on my bipolar medication since 2010. Yeah, so the quetiapine, the Seroquel. And then I go look up now long-term side effects of Seroquel, because at the time when I started Seroquel, the psychiatrist or psychologist, GP psychologist. So even that, like me treating my mental illness, getting treatment, I go through social worker, I go through psychologists, I go through psychiatrists, I go through counselors, students, doctors. I go through the entire healthcare system in my province, in my city, in my country to reach a level of you're normal. And let's face it, I am not normal. I may be normal in a textbook, but no, this is not normal. I'm told I'm supposed to grow up, get married, and have babies, and all I do, I spend 90% or more of my time taking care of my health and making sure I do blood work and x-rays and echocardiograms and follow-up appointments and process my emotions, and it's exhausting. Oh yeah, by the way, I gotta feed myself, clothe myself, have a boyfriend, pay some bills, save for retirement because there is no money for retirement. Yeah, it's totally a lot. And inside the personal finance financial journey space, there isn't just like three people I know that have like that are identified with their disability as they are in their financial journey. Like a lot of people in the personal, they don't talk about the progression of your aging and health as you go through financial independence. Like almost none. I mean, luckily, when I listen to the Dave Ramsey show, there are callers that come in and they, the other day I heard he called in and that he has brain cancer and he's working through the baby steps and he's trying to plan out his affairs as he works through the baby steps. He called in saying that he's in baby step 4, 5, and 6, and he want to make sure that his family is taken care of because of the type of cancer that he has. But even that, it's like for me to look for people with a disability, how are we supposed to live our lives? The rest of the world tells us we need to work really hard, um, save for retirement, get married, have babies. It's not accommodating to the fact that as human beings, our human condition is we age and die. The only um the only place it's really, really talked about is in Buddhism. Of the what was it called again? I forgot. It's birth, aging, sickness, and death. There was a name for it in Buddhism of what they call those four things, and that's the only place that talks about it. This I'm so over it. I'm so over it. But yeah, this is how I live my life with that's right. I was gonna go on with being a cam model. This is my life as a cam model. This is it. The reason I get up in the morning, the reason I log on, the reason is this because if I had a job outside the house, let's say I magically got a job and I was paid a salary and not like I had a like professional normal career, the whoever I work for needs to understand that I'm going to be tired a lot. I'm going to have heartburn a lot. I'm going to have to go to my doctors a lot. I'm going to have to um yeah, I think I'm due when did I even that I have to remember everything of when did I do my blood work because there's one blood test that I do for one of my doctors that's every 3 months. And then with the bipolar medication, they monitor it to see how if it'll bring on diabetes because the way certain prescriptions are, the way certain pharmaceutical drugs are, they focus on key factors of your long-term health, but like they also really want to say, oh, it's only a small percentage of patients, so they can get the drug out there and have patients taking it so they can make money. While honest, they don't give you all of the information. It's just super frustrating that I just have to live with and accept and also do all the other pressures of society at the same time. Super exhausting. I know I went off track for a whole bunch of stuff. Right. So me as a cam model, yes, I've been a cam model for 20 years. This is it. I'm not going to sit and worry about customers on my website. I really, because if the job for me, it's not that complicated. They want you to be online. They want you to have fun. They don't want you to look pretty. They want you to look attractive. They want you to like all of these things that I have to put away, like all the things I talk about right now that I'm stressed about, that I worry, that I manage in the personal finance journey, like the mental health and personal finance journey, that is what I worry about when I'm not on camera. When I'm on camera, I don't worry about these things. This is why this is the one space where I just talk like Minnie and what is going on with Minnie, and this is what's going on with Minnie. And just because Minnie job title is cam model doesn't mean Minnie wants to talk about being a cam model all of the time. I don't know who else is in chat, but that is the purpose of the mental health check-in because to act like the work is the work is like it's just work. It's work. I don't like my mom don't like my work. Okay, we don't talk. My sister don't like my work. Okay, we don't talk. Because at the end of the day, my mental health and the medical expenses I have around taking care of my health are way expensive that mommy and daddy are not going to pay for no matter how much they tell me they're going to help. And I know that we track it in the budget every, let's go to the budget. We track it in the budget. Where is no webcam earning? No schedule. No. Wait, no. Shoot. Wrong one. Give me a minute. I clicked the wrong screen too fast. 40. What did we do? Should have prepared. I should slow down. I need to slow down and breathe. That's what we need to do. It's on the dashboard. So on the dashboard of my budget, here we are. Dashboard of my budget, gifts and other income. So for where's the total? Oh, you moved the total? They should see it as work. They should, but they're so they're like I think they're in a phase of them worried about what other people think. So if you're in a phase of worried about the opinions of other people, so when I talk to my mom sometimes, like I got invited to be in a documentary. It didn't work out. I'm not in the documentary. It's fine. But in the moment when I thought I was being invited back to be in the documentary that I was in before with the same company, my mom was worried about her more than me getting invited into a documentary. She was worried about what I was going to say about her. She worried about her image instead of my image for my career in the documentary. Like my story is more important than the image and status of my mother. I'm 38. I'm and this is what we constantly worry about. So like my mom not liking my work, it's an image about her. It's not, I should have moved the webcam out of this corner. This is not a good place for this corner. Put it up here. Yeah, like I mean, yes, we do need spaces to talk about the work. We do. We need spaces to talk about the work. But it comes to a point where even my friends, they know my work. They always know my work. It's literally the first thing I tell my friends. Friends, boyfriends, people that claim they want to be friends with me or romantically involved with me. The first thing they know about me is this is my work. Sometimes it's in a space where I remember dating like okay, I didn't think I was dating the guy, but this guy thought we were dating, and he just assumed because this is my work that he would be my plus one at events or he would be taking pictures of me. And it was for a season like that, to the point where I stopped being sexually attracted to him, and that's when we stopped being together. Well, and we weren't even, that's the other thing. When you're in relationships with people, you really have to be really good at communicating what you want out of the relationship and how part of your time in the relationship is about being at work. Whether it's photos, it's travel, it's you spending enough time because you want to place in a contest on the website. That, just like any other job you would have. If you were working overtime late at the office and you made plans to have dinner with your person, you will let them know, hey, I'm at the office. I'm doing these extra hours at the office. I'm not going to make it for dinner. You would do that in any other relationship. I don't know why people think we have to put us in a special category because of our job when the job is just like any other piece of work. If I was a music artist or if I was an actor, um, traveling for how many months for a movie, nobody would question it. But this industry, people just have to act like, oh, I don't know what to do. We need to stop doing that. Ow, my eye is still twitching. We need to stop doing that. So, yeah, my family, like the way that they feel that I have to be bonded to them and constantly ask for permission from them, I don't do that. Everything I've learned in therapy, of the decades of therapy, I've been in therapy on and off since 2004. The tools you learn in therapy is about setting boundaries for yourself and around the people that you're building relationships with. Friends, family, coworkers, bosses, everybody. Because at the end, when I go to sleep, I'm not asking permission to go to bed. I'm going to bed. And I'm not going to worry about do I have to ask permission. It was kind of the same thing with I'm dealing with my social benefits, disability benefits, and there's a hiccup I had in my social assistant benefits where I end up consulting a lawyer, end up talking to a lawyer about the way I'm managing my finances with my disability and accessing disability benefits. Disability benefits, it's a lot of regulation, it's a lot of monitoring, it's a lot of babysitting, it's a lot of you should ask for permission. I don't do well with asking for permission. It's fine. The government knows about my assets, my income, if I'm married. They know all that they know like I'm following the responsibilities of what they told me I'm supposed to follow. It's just I don't worry about them first. I worry about them after. I take care of me, and once I'm stable, once I'm uh yeah, the whole love spoon theory. Once I have enough spoons to deal with the government, I deal with the government. If I'm not well enough to deal with the government, I'm not dealing with the government. It's okay. They know where to find me. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere. But I don't jump up and down for other people. Webcam's the same way. I don't, customer says, show your thing. I'm not going to show it because, and they literally come into the room and say, show whatever. I'm learning a rule, something that Stacy said the other day on the Calon trading. Yeah, I'm in a space where maybe I'm becoming more dominant in a weird way. I never really was on cam. I thought I was more submissive on cam, but maybe I'm dominant. I said it in one of the interviews where customers want to believe they're in charge because they feel like they're entitled because they have money, but they don't. Like you have to be like there's a basic foundation of what you are on webcam. You want to be inviting, you want to be pleasant, you want to be approachable so that they visit your room and they start talking to you. But the minute they start talking to you, your list of boundaries are activated. They're fully activated, your list. The same way that when you sign up on a campsite and you click I agree and you sign your name to their contract, their code of conduct, the W-8BEN tax form, you are agreeing to what you sign. I treat customers the same way. When they click into my room, not only do they agree to the terms and conditions of the website, I highly suggest whatever campsite you're on to go read your terms and conditions as if you're a customer. Then read your terms and conditions as you as the model and set your boundaries and how your room operates based on those. It makes life so much easier because you're not confused of how you're going to do stuff. You already set, these are the rules that I do. This is what keeps me sane and happy to do my work. So you can do your work. That is the whole point of it. Like I took a nap. At least I tried to take a nap, but I set the stream to be live at 5. And here we are. I'm live at 5. I'm doing the stream. I'm on my financial journey. There is a lot of challenges I'm dealing with because I'm on disability. I knew I would have challenges because I'm on disability, but now I know for certain I have challenges because I'm on disability, which it actually sets the tone of how I work. Where was I need now? What street? This. It sets the tone for how I work. It completely sets the tone for how I work because when I'm online, I have a limited amount of energy to make my money, or if it's a slow day and I don't make the money I would like to make while I'm online, I focus on a certain amount of hours for the day. This is also why I made this other spreadsheet of how do I set up my weekly schedule. So each 10, I had a struggle with this. So my schedule is it 200% right here. So I set my schedule in a way that we thought I would work 12 hours for the day. That is unrealistic and madness. Straight up unrealistic and madness. So then I changed it to 10. And fun fact, the 10 hours of working for the day is the legal amount for employment in Canada. It's on the federal government website. It was really funny going through the federal government website to how they regulate hours of work, days off from work, vacation time from work. I'm going to follow that as how I set up the structure of webcam, self-employment, small business work. Not like if we want our work to be recognized as work, we have to operate it in the same schedule, the same rhythm as other forms of work. It's really like when people ask, do you have time? And you're like, no, oh, I'm working, like, but I have this day off, but I'm not available because I'm doing this. Like, so if I take my, where I have 2 days a week, I had a really hard time of setting my schedule where I give myself 2 days off. Or this is a better one. I had a hard time giving my schedule where I have 2 days off a week. I set my schedule up in various variations of my schedule of what happens if I work a 6 hour day? What happens if I work an 8 hour day? What happens if I work a 10 hour day? And then how do I fit in the crazy schedule of working 4 websites, 6 to 5 days a week, 15 to 18 hours a week minimum? And then I set it up as if I'm focusing on 1 or 2 websites, 10 hours a day, which means each website would get 5 hours per day or 6. I forgot what it was because the way the day schedule is I give myself a 6 a.m., a 7 a.m., and an 8 a.m. I don't really like my 8 a.m. schedule because I feel I miss a lot of opportunity to make money if I'm not online at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. But that comes out of experience of you knowing what hours are you working so you can work the hours you need to work and still live your life at the same time. This whole idea that, oh, I'm going to be a hermit, I'm going to be a workaholic, it's not good. It is so like I'm on disability. I'm trying to show you to live a balanced life, live a wealthy life, and set boundaries and tell people who don't support you, don't appreciate you that they don't get a vote. Dave Ramsey says it all the time. They don't get a vote. Like, yeah, these companies are not, like, webcam didn't start today. I've been in it for 20 years for the same companies that new people just find the industry are joining as new. You're not first. You may be first in your peer of friends to be a webcam model. You may be a first person in your family to be a webcam model. But for the profession that it is, the industry that it is, the jobs that it is, you're not the first one. The first one was in the 90s when webcams were 300 pixels by 400 pixels. Now we're in 1080p trying to be 4K. To get to 4K and 1080p, you know how many years of technology that is? Because technology doesn't move that fast. Technology doesn't move that fast. Yeah. So yeah, this is why some cam models have a struggle of being a cam model because the job's very lonely. The competition, if you believe there's competition, I don't believe there's competition. And I even from the day I started, though I didn't believe because for me it was about what did I beat what I did yesterday. So like the last time I logged on, I was logged on for 3 hours. It's fine. Yeah, I logged on for 3 hours and yeah, June 13th. So June 13th, I logged on for 3 hours. I made 85 cents. But I have to log on again and go higher than 85 cents. How do I do that? I minimum, I'm available for 3 to 4 hours, which schedule was that? This one. Minimum 3 hours. This. Right now it's 5 o'clock. Technically it's the end of the day. This is also why I set the stream at between live at 5. Because it's a window that I'm not scheduled to work. The next time I'm scheduled to work, if I'm following my schedule, will be 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., 7 to 9, or I do 8 to midnight. It took me a while to figure out like each hour that's in this schedule, these are like the hours I'm online, and then the ones that are not highlighted in a color, they're the hours I'm not online. Same thing over here. Like the black boxes are when I'm not working a website. The color boxes, each website got assigned a specific color in my schedule, and then it let me know in that like window if I was going to do 4 websites in one day. This is how it looked to fit this schedule I have over here. So if I was going to follow the let's work 4 websites in a month, how does that look? 3 hours for online broadcasting time. And then I set 6 hour of no, I'm not broadcasting. I'm either getting groceries, I'm going to doctor's appointments, I'm taking a nap, I gotta clean my apartment, I have to do laundry. Um, I know if I go out with a friend, I wouldn't have enough time to come back unless I do a 6 hour day. That's just pretty much how it is. And then in the window of like if I'm not making money, I'm not online. Yeah, it's a time of rest. I schedule my rest. My rest is important just as much as my work. That like this here, I clean my kitchen, I clean the floor, I get my hair and nails done, I get groceries, I clean out the bedroom and the closet, I get groceries, I have a spa day. I deliberately scheduled Fridays as spa days, and it's a good thing I scheduled Friday as spa day because even my therapist, she's not working Fridays. So my window of getting therapy is from Monday to Thursday. She doesn't work Fridays. I don't think they really work Saturday and Sunday. So my schedule operates around other people's schedule for work. I don't, what do you want me to tell you about this job? Is it like, and then where was the other thing in my schedule? Is it this one? No? Or webcam stats? Okay, this one. What's in here? Oh, okay, it's the other section. I just separate high earning websites with part-time secondary earning websites because there was websites at work that I make the most money. And what's funny, the websites I make the most money, cam models complain about the percentage that that website takes. But for me, I make the most money on the website you're saying is taking a high percentage. So that tells it's not me making money and you not making money. It's not because of the job being unfair. You just don't make money on that website. There's hundreds of models on sites. Some of us are going to make money, some of us are not. So if you fall in the category of 20, like, let's do, what is it if it's $10 a day? Okay, good. You fall like, I'm going to change this a little bit. So if you fall in the category of $10 a day, you might make $3,000 for the year. It's not it's money. I mean, you want to make more. Okay, let's try to make $15 a day. you might make $5,000 for the year. Like th th there's making the and making money based on how we know there. So like the top models on websites, we know they make money based on the appearance of their room and the appearance of the model. A lot of people try to say that it's not, but there's enough studios in the industry that set up the business as a webcam model into a system, a franchise, a repeatable success formula that models that fit that image criteria are making a lot of money. Now, everyone is attractive in their own way, yes, but the business has shown us models who look a certain way were on the top performer website have something that keeps like I know it's there. They're like I know my appearance has changed over the years where it's not making as much money as it used to. Is it's in movies, it's in the beauty industry, it's in any storytelling business. That's what I call it. At first I thought, no, I'm pretty, I'm fine. No. There's pretty, I'm fine, I'm happy, I love myself. Yes. But there's pretty, I make money. There's there's no way around it. I tried to find other ways of like, oh, you should be natural. Oh, you should no, there's a certain specific image that makes money. Like how if you go into Starbucks and all the Starbucks look the same, if you went to a Starbucks and they want to be different from the normal version of Starbucks, would you go into the Starbucks? You probably wouldn't, because you wouldn't think it's a Starbucks. The systemization of being a webcam model is there, but people don't pay attention to it. They really, and it's a combination of self-esteem, self-image, and um, what's the other word? We don't want to fall into the trap of glamorizing the industry, but we are glamorizing the industry because who is the top model that's making a lot of money? We're glamorizing them. They're making the money. Like I try to like find other ways of, oh, I can make my money. I'm just as pretty as them. Blah blah. No, they look they're specific like they're the Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King, Ferrari, Porsche, what other friend? Airport. You know, airport, there's like arrival and departure, and every airport has arrival and departure. That, like every airplane has economy and economy seating and then business class seating because they don't call it first class anymore. They call it business or they call it um they're like the Delta Lounge. I remember going to the Delta Lounge and I had a hard time wrapping around because I paid the 90 or $60 for the day to be in the Delta Lounge. Almost all the food, unless I ordered something from the restaurant menu, was complimentary because I'm in the Delta Lounge. People are like that, like they're. I know, just like so. When I hear cam models not making money, they're not looking at it as the business that it is. We need to like I'm not gonna do it. I literally have to change my entire work environment and schedule and be in the gym a couple days a week and consider cosmetic surgery so that I could earn the money I know I've made before when I started, 'Cause when I started, there wasn't a standard of the industry. Now, how many years later, there's a standard of the industry. And I'm seeing it way more for exactly what it is. There is a consistent standard I'm seeing in the industry. And if I want to continue being in this industry, I need to do what I can to fit a certain standard of this industry so I can make more money. We can fuss over it all we want, but it's there. It's not going anywhere. It's there. So I've acknowledged it. I know it's there. Like to label it, I need to read some business books of what it is because I know it's probably in that the there's a book that of the guy who made the McDonald's. It's probably in that book. But I know it's there. I fully know it's there. And I also know it's there based on questions I've asked the campsites. Like this, even that. So when cam models ask certain questions of campsites, it's in the model agreement. It's in their blog. Like StreamMate has a really good blog of their tips for cam models, strategies for cam models. It's in the strategies for cam models. Live Jasmine has it. Live Jasmine has it when they tell you how to set up your room on Live Jasmine. How like every cam model has a bed and then two lights at the side. I hate that setup. I totally do. And I learned that my room, it's not designed to be that way. I've tried. I've tried so many ways how I'm going to set my room up in that format. Unless I change out the bed to a different setup, this room is not going to fit that way. The room is awkward. The room has this weird, it's a small room, but it has it's a rectangle. So it has one long wall, and then it has these short walls where I think it's like this wall is shorter. Actually, wait. No, they're the same. It's a weird rectangle, but I know it's not. One of them is shorter. I don't know if it's this wall is shorter or if that wall is shorter, but it affects my productivity in the room. And that's why I keep changing. If you notice, I keep changing the bed around because I'm trying to find the perfect productivity for my camera room. And it's when the headboard is back there on that wall. And then I gotta do dresser on one side and dresser on this side. That's why this dresser's over here. Or this dresser, I moved it in that corner. There's a certain productivity of how your room is set up so you make money. Like it's just there. And new cam models are not paying attention to that because they're worried about external things. They're worried about people who do not do the job, their opinion, when they need to study this industry and make as much money as they can and then go live their life. Like I'm not like I'm in it 20 years. Am I promoting the industry? No. You have to make that decision. I made this decision 20 years ago. I made the decision to work this business 20 years ago, where now I got to figure out how do I maintain my position, maintain my income, maintain my lifestyle. Not, oh, I need to worry about my mom. She doesn't really like talk to. She don't have to talk to me. It's fine. My dad's not talking to me. He just puts money in my bank account. My dad will like he will put money in my account and not even talk to me. It just says money from dad or my mom because she can go she go in the bank and put money in my account and they can add a memo. Sometimes they say call your mother. That is that is it. Like there's it's coming from experience, but it's also coming from like it's a business. It's not For me to analyze the business in the like business structure, if I had a business degree, I probably have the words for it. Maybe I should go back and get the business degree to explain it like better. But I know there's certain key factors why these websites are making money, and then why cam models, when you go to a site and you see the cam model on a certain website, why you keep seeing the same cam model on the website. Not the same person, but there's an image of the cam model that you repeatedly see on the website over and over again that are positioned to be top webcam models. Seems like the people they pick for naked news. I don't they pick they do. It's a cookie cutter thing. It's a cookie cutter thing. Like um the reason we have gross domestic product. So gross domestic product, right, is the business terminology. Okay, maybe it fits in that. So how like we're in a recession and we're complaining about the chain issue we had during the pandemic, and now we're trying to regulate inflation by making certain products higher price is so that we can make more production in the gross domestic product of products and services we sell that build our economy. It's the same thing in webcam. Why webcam models like a good 100 of them look similar in their setup of their room when you log on to the website, that they seem to make the most money is because we have our own system of gross domestic product in the business of a webcam. Even though we're individually working like in our own homes or for studios, like the more I watch documentaries of cam models for studios, I hear it all the time because each cam model they interview who used to work, who's working in a studio, some of them usually always came from a different studio. They came from one studio, that studio wasn't making them a lot of money, so they went to another studio, and then as the story in the documentary is showing them, they're showing that the current studio that they're in is making them more money and they feel happy. They're buying their cars, they're buying their houses. And when they talk to the people that operate the studio, they all seem to say the same thing. Yeah, it I'm just have to read more business books so I have the language to teach you what's going on, but it's there. It's fully there. It's how like movies are all done the same way. Like the franchise of Fast and the Furious. We're on Fast and the Furious 10. How many movies of Fast and the Furious do we need to watch? I mean, I am going to watch Fast and the Furious 10, but at the same time, like how many of them do I need to how many of them do they keep making? They can just how many that I went on for like an hour, 40 minutes. Okay, I did. Yeah, this is like, and this like, so I even thought about, so I recorded video to try show you my day as a cam model of like how I wake up, how I make my breakfast, how I get my hair cut, how I take my medications every day. I made a video of recording of filling up. I have a pill organizer for all my pills that I you fill up the pill or it says Monday, Friday, this is Sunday to Saturday on the pill organizer. And I made a video of me loading that up. I do that every day. Do you really need to see that? Of me taking my medications as prescribed to my doctor as part of my day as a cam model? No. Honestly, no. You really don't. No, you don't. I was doing it for the documentary. The documentary, like, they'll probably complain, like, the footage is not like to try set up footage into a story of this is my day as a cam model of I wake up, I shower, I make breakfast, I get my hair cut, I put on clothes, I take my medications. Who needs to see that? No, I kind of get why I didn't really last long in other parts of the industry because it is so fake. Let me tell you this right now. Like it's systemized, it's franchised, it is a growing industry because of the systems in place that make money. But on it, it's not like it's fake. Like when they make a car, like they go if we make a Honda, we design the Honda, we make the Honda, we advertise the Honda as the best car in the entire world and make you feel like you have to get that car where you buy the car on payments of $500 to $800 a month because you watch a commercial of a car. That is webcam. Just just think of it. Just look at other things that you really want to buy and how they're advertised to you on repetition. Like I'm pretty sure dinner time you're watching TV and you see the commercial for McDonald's. You don't really want the McDonald's. You saw the McDonald's commercial 6 times in your 30-minute program. Then you end up getting McDonald's. That is what's happening. That is business with the intention of making a profit. Like Amazon. You go on Amazon and look at something for 2 minutes, and everywhere on the internet, you're seeing the item you looked at for 2 minutes on Amazon. Yeah. Again, I just there's just certain things as account I don't worry about. Like I'm not trying to advertise this. I'm trying to live my life and take care of my disability. Make sure there's money in retirement so that I'm not on disability. Like Canada Pension Plan disability is less money than what I get right now from provincial disability benefits of $1,400 a month. The government expects me to live my entire life on $1,400 a month, $1,400. Wait, $1,445.15 to be exact. That is not going to happen anywhere in Canada. Definitely not in Ontario, where everything I need for my life is supposed to fit in the budget of $1,445.15. Not it's just not gonna happen. Then they're like, oh, it's not enough money, you should go work. Now, the idea that work is only from working for an employer, also not true. The employers operate a business that is run in a system that is supposed to constantly be making money. So, do I go work into a system or do I create a system that makes money? I hope that part is easier to understand than the other parts I was saying because I know I'm in an industry that does that, right down to how they advertise the websites and the wave in the economy we just had of a lot of new models just starting in the industry where us experienced models, we upped our game. So not only in the economy when the economy like a lot of people lost their jobs and they came to this industry, the webcam industry, if you were already in it and already established, either you made more money or you made less money. And it's because of understanding business and the whole cycle of business. And yes, I would probably, well, I mean, that's a lot of school because I want to go for accounting and finance. maybe if I don't go for computer system technician, even that, like I'm specifically picking courses in college to make more money in the business that I'm in. I'm even thinking of going, there's an entrepreneurship community program that would help me build a business plan. I'm really considering going into that entrepreneurship program to build a business of building my coaching studio business because this industry is not, it's not going to go anywhere. As long as we have internet and webcams, we're going to have a job. Live stream entertainment. The I want to talk to somebody on the internet who's a real person. Our job is probably going to stick around for a while. It just is. Like it just is. Because the websites are not, majority of the websites are not going to pay us a fixed amount of money. They're not. They've tried that business. They tried the model of trying to pay cam models an hour, a rate per hour to be live on webcam. I did that 2009. 2009, a scam site approached me that they had a website. They were paying the models $10 an hour. It lasted less than 6 months. Then they switched over to the premium or freemium style webcam sites. That's the business. And like level of jobs, and like the only thing I had like no, I attempted that one. I attempted where I was trying to put webcams in every room in my house. That business model, I get why so the business model of you have a live webcam in your house in different rooms of your house, that's only 6 websites that do that. So the freemium live chat, private chat, buy content, buy videos, text messages, the human interaction, the real-time feedback of webcam, that is the higher earning potential of webcam. Because even if you do your subscription website of OF, Fansly, Loyal Fans, there's a new one that popped out that online was they're pushing. Even if you do the other website, you just upload videos and photos, eventually those customers want to see you live on webcam. Like they want to sit down and talk to you like it's a date. This is why the Kenzie Institute did a study with Live Jasmine of online dating and inside online dating in the category of online dating. Webcam, live webcam video chat host models came up as part of that industry because people want to talk to a attractive person. They want to feel nice talking to an attractive person. This is also why those romance scams are so high in the episodes of Dr. Phil, because there's a human, there's a need for it, whether it's proper business structure, proper legal business structure, or somebody who thinks they can talk to a bunch of people on the internet and get them to send money. That's it. This is where I'm at. I'm struggling with my disability. I'm struggling with, actually I was. I'm not anymore. Let's change that. I'm not anymore. This is the day in the life. This is it. No, you're not gonna see me. Not like when I need it. So I need to make more money to buy makeup. And then I need to make more money in the budget for spa days where I get my facial. I miss getting my microdermabrasion. I really want to see if I can get a seaweed mud wrap or wrap my body in seaweed or mud, exfoliate my whole body. Like those things. I'm doing things to make sure that I'm able to work more in my business to make more money so that I can learn to drive, I can buy my car, I can buy my house, I can pay for my college education. Just like everybody else in the world who's trying to put food on the table, raise kids. They probably have student loan they're paying off because a degree they thought was important. They have to pay back, and then a mortgage, and then a car, and then, oh yeah, they gotta deal with a husband or a wife. Yeah, that is it. What, like, no, it's not. I get people are looking for something outside of what we have, but this is what we have. This is what we have. Like, we're gonna come back as another life form and another lifetime to have something else. But this is what we have. We have a capitalist economy. Everybody's trying to make money. And then if you work for a company, chances are they will find a way of letting you go from the job so they can make more money. Right now, the big media company in my country, they laid off 1,300 workers for media, news, newspaper, radio stations. 1,300 people don't have a job right now. If they take a very long time to find a job that they can get into, get hired for, they're probably going to become webcam models, depending on how old, like, not even how old they are, because there's cam models who are 60 and 70 that are webcamming. Yeah, think about it. If the normal job that we're told to get a normal job is firing and laying off people where they're unemployed and no longer have a job and maxed out all of their benefits, they're going to come to this industry to try and make money. There's not a whole lot of options. Like, you lose your job, try to get unemployment insurance, or you use your savings until you get another job. And then if you don't get another job, this is where you end up. And people think it's so easy. No, it's not. I just told you all the reasons why this job is difficult and challenging and worthwhile if you're able to put the time, money, and investment to make it work. Yeah. And the thing is, we need enough people in the economy that are employed so they can pay off their credit cards so they can spend money on us on a webcam site. Like, we need people, like, we need other people in a real job so we can make money off of the real job money. That's, I don't like what, like, 20 years. This is it. I show up for the customers that went to work all day to spend money on me. And then the money they give me, I use it to buy groceries, taxes, rent, hair done, nails. Other people have jobs. So like every time I go to the spa and I tip the nail lady, she keeps her job. Every time I buy groceries, somebody in the cashier, as long as it's not self-checkout, gets money for their job. But it's not a real job. Excuse you, but it's not a real job. We are part of the Industrial Revolution and we're moving the capitalist economy around the world to make more money. Every time we make money, somebody else makes money. Government, landlord, mortgage company, car payment, student loan. Like, how much of your money do you really actually keep? Almost none of it. Even if I put money in retirement, it's for money that I'm going to save and spend later. Yeah, save, work 10 hours a day to make my money, put some of it in retirement for the future. That in the future, I will have it there waiting for me so that I can spend it in the future so that people in the future have money coming in to their job that they need to feed themselves, clothe themselves, and pay for their housing. This is why I drill so much of the financial aspect after you've already chosen to work as a cam model, because the mommy not liking your job or daddy not liking your job or little boyfriend from high school doesn't like your job, they can go away. There's enough people in the world who do not care that you work as a cam model. Like straight up, go to like meet other people, talk to other people, build your chosen family. I know, I went on a rant. I went on all over the place, but this is the life of me in an industry that people want to hear so much about, which is probably, I mean, actually, no, I'm a fantastic person to be in a documentary because I have the most experience. I still want to do this job. I love the companies I work for. The level of, they gave me an opportunity that was innovative and an available opportunity for the generation that I was when I started at 18, 2003, high school dropout. And the only reason I'm considering college is because there's enough money and resources to consider going to college. From what people tell me is not a real job. So the not real job of webcam is going to get me a real college diploma? This yeah, this is I like this, yeah. Okay, did I cover everything I need to cover? Budget, the earning, the schedule, set boundaries, make your money, live your best life. I think so. I wait. Where is it? There we go, that one. I need to get used to where stuff are. But that's right, it like, is that delayed? Okay, yeah, that's delayed. Um, that's what we're doing. There's not, oh, I should move that webcam section. It's here, here. Yeah, that is it. I see you on the next one. I don't know how to keep this up. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy for 90s baby showing up. Thank you so much. First time you see my face, want to see more of this face, so